Today, I have prepared an interesting video for you. Not long ago, another fan animation was released about part 4 of episode 67. I also have a special guest today, and I also have an interesting picture from the Defuk Boom online store. Today we will analyze the fan animation and discuss with my guest some theories about the new episode, and I'll also show you an interesting picture. I've also prepared a super cool video for you guys. I've compiled a list of the 20 strongest characters, but in a duet. For example, Cameraman and Speakerman, Gmail and Scientist, Skibidi Skull and Skibidi Bathroom, and so on. And if you want this video to come out, then let's get 30,000 likes here under this video. Also, if you like the Skibidi multiverse, then subscribe to this lady, since the best analyses of the Skibidi multiverse are published there. Also, watch this video to the end because it will be very hot. Hello friends, you're on the channel. Subscribe to the channel and press the like button under the video to speed up the release of the next video. And let's go. First, we will analyze the fan animation, and then we will move on to the picture from the Mr. Boom store and talk to the guest. The episode begins with the appearance of a real skibidi scientist and his armies, but TV Man shows him a sign of respect that the scientist might be dying soon. And TV Man starts using his witch magic, and he turns on his smoke machine for a disco. And we see a large army of Cameraman and the Speakerman ships. And our general give the signal to attack, and the ships begin to attack the scientist and his pathetic army. And now the Star Wars have begun. The Cameraman ship shoots at Darth Vader with a big din-don. But he turned out to have a strong mask and he shot back, but with acid. And then we see how the Skibidi fighter destroys our ships. But the crazy ship of the Speakermen goes to ram and they explode together. We also see here a strange mutant who, like a combine harvester, processes corn. And we also see a Cameraman spider whom we have not seen in the original series for a very long time. And our Gigachad also decided to join the fight and starts right away with the Skibidi scientist. And TV Man tears this weakling off his claw, but the scientist, with the help of TV Man's speaker, throws away our Gigachad. And here I want to say that in the original series, this would not have happened. It is not possible to throw away such a strong guy as TV Man with such a pathetic sound wave. Anyway, we see TV Man's dissatisfied face that he was pushed away by his own speakers, and we see how the scientist shot acid at TV Man's hand. But it didn't cause much damage, and the Cameraman ship destroyed Darth Vader and attacked the scientist. But the scientist destroyed it. And TV Man decided to go into close combat and tore off the scientist's speaker and covered himself with it instead of a shield. And suddenly a Skibidi harvester appeared, but it withstood only one blow and died. And we see TV men and allied ships, but the scientist laughed and shot lasers from his eyes. And just look at this cool energy shield. And I really liked this technology. But I doubt that this will be in the original series, but the idea is cool. Also write in the comments if you would like this to be added to the original series. And TV Man turns on his powerful red light and begins to humiliate the scientist. But someone interfered with TV Man and the scientist escaped. And then we see again an army of toilets, as well as a local Gmail. And this is where the episode ends. And what can I say? This was not the best episode for me, but I also liked it. And the events that happen here are very likely in the original episode 67, part 4. Imagine that a real scientist also created a very strong body or a very strong copy of himself. And he also teleports to the battlefield, and while he will fight with the TV Titan, then Gmail will arrive with reinforcements. This is very likely because we remember that Defuk said that there will be no more filler episodes, which means that there will also be a fight there. But we will come back to this. Let's look at the picture from the Defuk store and then move on to our guest. A lot of people told me that this was a leaked frame for a new episode, but it turned out that it wasn't. These are exclusive figures of characters that can already be bought. And honestly, I would buy these for myself. I really like the Speakerman and Cameraman. Also write which figure you like. Also, if the video gets 35,000 likes, I will buy these figures and unbox them in a video. And if you are interested, write about it in the comments. Anyway, we did an analysis of the animation and talked about the picture. And now let's move on to the most interesting part, and let's welcome our guest, Elite Cameraman.
Hello everyone, Elite Cameraman here. Thanks for the invitation once again, Databayo.
Glad to see you again. Viewers probably have a lot of questions about the new episode, and now we will try to answer them. And the first question, is the scientist a fake or an original? And if the original is, what is his plan?
I personally don't think he was the original, but I don't mean this in a way like what happened to G-Man Toilet. I don't think he was an imposter. I think Scientist might have multiple bodies he is controlling or something similar because he didn't look scared enough or try hard enough for someone that's about to die. But maybe we are all wrong and he actually is dead because it seemed like Defuk was leading up to a perma-death of a character. But we didn't really see that happen. We have yet to see a major character actually die until now, And it's scaring me because one day Dafuk will do it, and it might be one of the most major characters since there has been no deaths yet.
I'm also very scared about this. The series has already gone very far, and soon we will have to say goodbye to a very important character. But what about the scientist? I'm sure that it was a fake, so we see the number 2 on his laser, and I think that this could be a copy of the scientist, and there are several of them. And they are all marked by numbers. And it is possible that during all this time, the scientist created a stronger copy of himself or improved his body. And perhaps he will return in 4 parts. And also Gmail return with an army of toilets. Everything is very possible. But still, I have a question about the Titans and the Plunger Men. What will happen to them next? What do you think, Elite?
I think the Titans will go back to recovery as usual. Titan Speakerman didn't really have much damage, and he'll probably come back in a couple episodes. But Titan Cameraman, I don't know. We also don't know what the psychological backlash for something like that, and he might have suffered permanent brain damage, but he sure won't be coming back for at least 10 episodes if it's going to be the same as the other Titans. When it comes to Plunger Cameraman, I think we'll get our answer in the next episode, and we might see the special agents save him.
Yep, the Speakerman did not receive much damage, and it still seems to me that he can fight. But the Cameraman suffered more, but I also think that they can restore him, and he will return in 5 or 10 episodes. And I also think that the Plunger Man is alive, and perhaps special agents will help him, since I think that we will see them in the new episode. But everyone has already forgotten that there is another threat. And this is a threat associated with Astro Toilets. And we last saw them in episode 60, and we know that they are alive. And perhaps we will see them soon. But what do you think about it?
Astro Toilets are a big question in the series, and we literally have no idea about what's going on. There is literally zero info on them, and I have no idea either. They don't seem major enough right now, but later on in the series, they might start a riot and cause an internal war between the toilets.
Yes, we really don't have any information about them and what their mission is. But they are clearly a threat, and as I said in my videos, there is a chance that they will appear in episode 70, because episodes 50 and 60 were very important. And episode 70 will also be very important. Perhaps this episode will change the course of the war. I don't know what they are going to do, but they are very dangerous, and it is not clear whose side they are on. But if you want to know more about them, I told everything about them in this video. Anyway, there is only one, and probably the most important question left. Part 3 of episode 67 received its logical end. But what do you think will happen in part 4 and in the whole season?
Yeah, part 3 seemed like a good end for this episode, but there was no conclusion. Usually in movies or TV shows, after the quote-unquote ending, there is usually a conclusion part, which is usually very short, and showcases what happened after and teases what will happen later on, and we didn't really get anything like this in episode 67, part 3. So my guess is that the special agents will arrive at the scene and we might get to see them enter the base. If it's anything else, I don't know, honestly.
It's very difficult to assume anything, and I also think that we will see special agents in part 4, and perhaps they will save the Plunger Man. But I also think that a large army of toilets will come there, and the TV Man Titan will fight with them, and perhaps he wins and then teleports the Titans to his base so that the TV scientist can repair them. But part 3 of episode 67 is probably the most confusing of all the episodes, because Dafuk did not leave us a single clue what will happen next. And it's even possible that everything we talked about won't even come close to being in the new episode. But I'm sure that there will be something crazy and there will be a new storyline, such as, for example, with the infection of the Titan Speakerman. And this will be the craziest episode of all time. Today is already the 20th. I hope that the new episode will be released in 3 or 4 days, and we will finally find out everything. Anyway, our videos are coming to an end. Write your theories in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our guest Elite Cameraman.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Elite Cameraman out.
I think the audience liked it, and bye-bye. And guys, don't forget to press like button since our goal is 30,000 likes. I also turn on all notifications because leaks and news are released on my channel faster than anyone else. And you are on the channel, and see you.